Hey guys, Skulls here again. Um, I was taking a brief break, sorry, off of the YouTube. It's not like something serious. It's just I've been working and a lot of stuff's come up, so I just didn't have time to make a video. I did make a joke video recently saying how I wanted to be in MBT in Farfa's Trios tournament, and I do, but like it's nothing. If I don't get it, I completely understand. My whole application was stupid as hell, but it's still serious if MBT or Farfa watches this. And in that video, I made a joke where I wanted to make, well, not really a joke, but I was going to make a Blue Eyes deck profile. I didn't make it the day after because a lot of stuff's been happening. I've been working a lot more. I just don't have the time really because I focus more on relaxing. But because I had time, I decided, hey, why not make the Blue Eyes deck profile while I have, time to myself. So I'm just showing this as a way to show how I play Blue Eyes because I know Team Sam recently made his own little Blue Eyes deck profile with Dragon Link. I don't play any of that. I do have a Dragon Link deck, which is, of course, still needs to be tuned up because of the ban list. I haven't touched it in a while. But for this, the main focus is, of course, rank 8s, but there are other parts to it, like the level 9 synchros and the Link 1s that use level 1s. So I just want to show you guys how I play it, and hopefully I'll be able to make better stuff in the future, especially with how Nexus testing has been. I've been trying to fix that, trying to make it better. I had to delete a few videos because rewatching it, there were just so many crackles in the voices and whatnot. I am going to try and better that at least, but I'm still sticking to the no editing policy because I just want to show you through the eyes of somebody who just plays Yu-Gi-Oh for fun, doesn't try to make YouTube content regularly, just tries to play. So we'll start with my Blue Eyes deck profile with my Main with Eyes of Blue mat because it's finally a mat that I bought myself and I don't have to borrow from my friends. Of course, we're going to start with three of the big man himself, Blue Eyes. You don't run any less because, hey, it's a Blue Eyes deck. Of course, the artworks can be changed and the damage gold can be changed. Three alternative. Sam plays two, which I totally get because if you have three alternatives or two alternatives in hand, that's a dead card. But I play three because, of course, I want to go into ranks more, rank eights more. But you can cut this down depending on your playstyle. Three White Stone of Ancients with one White Stone of Legend because you need your stones. You need your stones. I don't really use Legend that often. And of course, I always forget Ancients and the end phase because the summon you gotta remember. It's a you can, not mandatory. 3 Sage, your best normal summon. 2 Dragon Spirit of White, which is another target for Ancients if you need to get rid of back row. But it's also just rank 8 fodder. And of course, the one main with Eyes Blue. She's a slight wall to summon if you have nothing else really. And if you summon her, then activate Sage's effect in hand. Not only will you get Sage effect, special summon Blue Eyes monster for deck, you get the main effect, special summon of Blue Eyes. Now we'll go off of the off archetype cards, like the 2 effect failure. You can bump this up to 3 depending on how you play. I'm not big on hand traps, that's kind of why I play 2, but it's a searchable hand trap, so that's why I use it, unlike Ash Blossom or any other hand trap. 2 Nebula Dragon as a rank 8 extender, 2 Galactic Spiral as the same way, and they're light and dark, so that really helps with some of the other cards coming up. Chaos Dragon Envoy at the end. This I'm going to change for an Armageddon, but it hasn't come yet, and it's still $20. Can you reprint it again, Konami, so I don't need to spend $20 on a card? But I do recommend playing Armageddon over this because for now this is just a rank 8 fodder, if anything. Then Chaos Dragon Lumineer, of another rank 8 fodder because you're not really using the dark effect or the light. You can use the dark and light effect sometimes, but you're mainly looking for that light effect in order to get the special summon to get another level 8 on field. Now for the spells, we have 2 Dragon Shrine because 3, in my opinion, it's too bricky because you can only activate 1 Dragon Shrine. Whereas you can not only can you activate a Dragon Shrine, you can also activate this in the same turn. Foolish Burial. That's I should have shown that in Force 1-ofs, but that's just to show another way to go about putting dragons in the graveyard. Then we have 3 Return of the Dragon Lords. Sure, it only gets level 8, 7, and 8 dragons, and not any of your rank 8 or your level 9 Synchro dragons, but still, really good card because you can protect them if this is in the graveyard. Next we have, give me this, 3 Trade-In. Of course, if you're playing Blue Eyes, you want to play a Trade-In for draw power. I wouldn't recommend Avarice in this deck, but I've seen a few people play it. 3 Melody of Awakening Dragon, because you always want a Blue Eyes, an alternative in hand, or Lemire or Envoy in the end. Then some more Force 1-ofs, 1-for-1, Monster Reborn, Raigeki. Of course, Raigeki is totally optional. I just put it in as the 40th card. I'd probably be changing this for a Successor Soul, or the other spell card that came out recently. Those are also good in Blue Eyes, but it's just not there. I think there's better cards to play beside it, but if you're changing your build based on this, I do recommend looking into them. For extra deck, we have Lynx. Even though I'm not a big fan of Lynx in Blue Eyes, these are kind of mandatory when you have level 1 monsters. We have Linkuriboh and Realm-Cursed Enema. One for going first, this for going second. Of course, you don't really want to go first in Blue Eyes, but still, if you're forced to by your opponent, you got that. Next, we have 1 Azure Eyes and 1 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Is another one of those things you can totally change based on your preference, but I play one of each because it's just, how do I explain this? It's just how I play it. I don't really go into synchros too much compared to Xyz, but it's still, you still want to do Spirit for graveyard negation, Pendulum players if you meet any of those nowadays, and a Black Rose Moonlight summon off of Blue Eyes Spirit. If you don't want to go into Azure Eyes, you get a free bounce. Next, we'll go into the Xyz. Number 38, Hope Harbinger, Dragon Titanic Galaxy, spell negation, and a good body if your opponent tries to attack into something like your Black Rose Moonlight Dragon or something lesser, if you're able to do that. Dingirsu, the Orchis of the Evening Star, non-targeting, non-targeting, non-destruction removal, and but there are plenty of different things you'd also substitute for this, but it's a dark target for if it gets in the graveyard. 107, number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. This is more or less a name for a card that's coming up, but it can be very situational. If you're just going up somebody who's into the battle phase, really. Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon for destruction and stacking on top of Galaxy Eyes monsters. Heradic Sun Dragon Sunlord, Heradic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. Once again, another thing you can totally trade out for something you either have or would play over it. Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, because you use that to go into Photon Full Armor. Number 97, Draglubian. Sam plays this, which I thought was really cool to see, because I do have the same thing where you use Hard Art, where you can use Hard Earth Dragon. I don't have Numeron Dragon because I think there's better. I wouldn't say there's better ways of getting out beaters, but you're already getting out plenty of big beaters, so I don't think you need Numeron exactly. Cypher Blade, because a copy or combo is you use Cypher Dragon, seal a monster, overlay for Full Armor Photon, pop a monster, then Cypher Blade to pop another one. Pardon as well. And Cypher Blade to pop another monster. There's another card coming out, Neo. I don't know if it's Neo Cypher, but Cypher Dragon EX. I can't remember what it's called, but it's another great option in the future. Next, we have more fodder for Draglubion. Number C92 Chaos Hard Earth Chaos Dragon, and number 92 Hard Earth Dragon. Now, C92, I don't really summon this. You always summon Hard Earth. I just use this as a way to summon over it. I may be changing this for another rank 8. I don't think there's any more rank 8 numbered dragons. If there are, give me some recommendations, but Hard Earth is another great target to summon off Draglubion. And that's just how I play Blue Eyes. Like, I don't really have the side deck. Like, I have the same side deck for almost every deck now because it's very format dependent. But that's how I play Blue Eyes. I do recommend checking out Team Sam's video, which you probably already have. But if you were to build a quote unquote competitive Blue Eyes, probably a mix between ours, if anything. But thank you for watching. This has been Skulls Blue Eyes Deck Profile.